What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now Plus. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Ghostrunner 2 and why I am getting it. This is my preview type series where I talk about an upcoming game and talk about why I'm getting it, why I'm not getting it, or I'm somewhere in between. Now, I'll be honest with you. Ghostrunner 2 is in an extremely unfortunate spot. I've talked about this before. On my third channel, I actually went back. I played Ghostrunner 1 in its entirety. I actually never played it before, so I went through it, and I had an absolute freaking blast with this game, and that's going to play a big part into this video because it made me a believer in the game. It made me want to get Ghostrunner 2. However, let me say this. October 26th is when this game comes out. I said it in that video when I talked about Ghostrunner 1. I'll say it here. Terrible, absolutely terrible release date. Now, I know there's not too much you can do about it. There are developers that are moving their games, but ultimately they all move them to January or February, so they're in the exact same situation. There's 15 games coming out like in a 2-week span there, just like there is in October and November. No matter what you do, there'll always be competition. So where am I going with this? I'm getting this game. This game looks phenomenal. I had an absolute blast with Ghostrunner 1, and even if it was the exact same game, but with new maps, like new levels, I guess is what you would probably call them, a little bit new, weaponry or a little bit more mechanics added. If it was almost exactly the same game, but just a few things added, I would get it. Instead, I think it's much, much more from what we've seen so far of Ghostrunner 2. This is an easy buy, okay? I'm absolutely getting this game. The tough thing is, will I get this game the day the game comes out? Honestly, I can't say yes, and here's why. On October 20th, a small little indie game called Marvel Spider-Man 2 comes out. You may have heard of it. And then, the day after Ghostrunner 2, on October 27th, another small indie game you may have heard of, Alan Wake 2, comes out. Now, if you've been watching my channel for the last even like 2 or 3 months, you may have heard me say that my two most anticipated games of the entire fall period, more than Starfield, more than Baldur's Gate, was Alan Wake 2 is number 1 and Spider-Man 2 is number 2, okay? So when you have those two games as my top two most anticipated, and they come out a day after and 6 days before Ghostrunner 2, it's in a very unfortunate spot. So I will promise you this in this video. I will be getting this game, I will be playing it, and at some point in my life on one of these channels, I will be doing a review on it. Can I promise it's that day? No. In fact, the odds are I might even wait. If I can get this actually on sale for like Black Friday, I might even wait till then. If I buy it, then I'm not going to play it until, who knows, late November, early December anyway, so maybe I should just wait no matter what. We'll see. But in terms of this game, the improvements they've made, it already was fluid. It already is kind of complex in the way that you're going to have to play levels over and over and over again in order to like fully understand them and fully get good at them, right? Like being able to go through them in one run completely untouched. This game is all of that and then even more to it. And one thing, actually, I kind of like this, I'll be honest. So the demo is out, right? Like I believe even when I'm recording this, when you guys are seeing this, anybody could go play the demo. I have not done it. One thing I actually kind of want to do with this game, I haven't seen too much info on it. I haven't watched anybody play the demo. Now, if you're seeing stuff on this video, I've like taken a little look at it, okay? But largely, I haven't looked. I also haven't played the demo myself. I really want to go in, and that's what I did with Ghostrunner 1, honestly. I want to go in with Ghostrunner 2, just kind of completely like in the dark. I actually have to kind of catch up on the DLC that was Ghostrunner. That story, they have talked about, I think even on their Twitter, where that story plays a big part of this game. So I got to catch up there. But really, I went into Ghostrunner 1 completely in the dark. Actually, I mentioned that in the video talking about Ghostrunner. One of the things I respected and liked so much about that game, not only, like the gameplay is just so good, right? Like it's so fluid, it's so just, it's challenging, and it makes you want to slam your head against the table, but it's also very rewarding. But one thing that really stood out was actually the story. The characters in that game are really awesome. The story, it's predictable. It's definitely predictable, but it's also really cool. Like it actually very much shocked me. But going in, I had no idea. I had zero idea what the game was about, what was going on. I knew it as, okay, you kind of like run along walls and you're going to be like slicing people, and it's like Mirror's Edge kind of like turned up to like an 11, right? Like that's what this game is. That's what I knew it as. So for Ghostrunner 2, I know it as that. times maybe like 5, a little bit polished. I've seen, some of the bigger trailers that have come out about this game, and that's it. That's like the only things I know. So I'm very much looking forward to, because I can't really do this that often, like going into a game in the dark. I cover so many games, I watch so many things that ultimately I just can't. But for Ghostrunner 2, I actually feel I can do it. I can go into this game completely in the dark of even the story of what's going to be happening and be blown away again, much like I was, because Ghostrunner is phenomenal. Like, it's really, really good. I was blown away. I want to be blown away again. So an easy buy, I would recommend it now. I mean, yes, we haven't played the game yet, so technically anything's possible, but just based off of the first game, and the fact that, by the way, this game is coming out pretty quickly. Like, wasn't the first game 2020? So this is a very, very quick turnaround, much faster than I ever thought would happen. Just based off that, I think this game is probably worth your time, especially if you're into games like this. But again, oh my god, the release date is just so absolutely terrible. But hey, it's still got my support, whether it's day one or whether it's sometime in November or December. I'm still absolutely getting this game. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.